Okay guys, we're back inside of Helldivers and it is the 8th of May, which means that the Warbond was supposed to be dropping tomorrow. We've got some news with the release of the new Warbond and we're going to be talking balance because it seems to be the #1 topic right now. Sony's out of the picture, we're waiting on the PSN regions, and balance seems to be the next big gripe going on for the Helldivers 2 community. All but one person. So we're going to dive on into exactly what we've got going on today. If you haven't already, make sure you smash that beautiful blue thumbs up. It'd be greatly appreciated. And make sure you subscribe with post notifications turned on. Hit a comment in the comment section. It helps these videos out tenfold. And make sure you check out our sponsor, Instant Gaming, the #1 platform for your favorite games for Steam, Origin, Battle.net, Uplay, and indie games on the PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and on the Xbox, all up to 70% off. Completely digital games and instant delivery 24/7. So with that being said, let's take a look at what we've got going on inside of the Helldivers 2 community, because it seems spicy 24/7. Anyhow, let's see what we've got going on. First off, we have got a post going up from the CEO that actually announced this one in the Discord, so it's kind of an interesting feature. I think he does have a bit of a point, although I feel like most of the community will agree with me when I say we need to go for it. But he states right here, to all Helldivers 2 out there, with the negative sentiment around the account linking, a concern from the team came up about, is it tone deaf to release a new paid Warbond this soon? And therefore we are putting it to a real vote in true democratic fashion. So please guide us. Would you rather have the new Warbond Polar Patriots or delay the release? So are they going to release it tomorrow? Are they going to delay the release? Right now, with nearly 40,000 votes on this, we already have around 75% saying that they want it and 25% saying that they don't. What they actually do with these numbers is yet to be seen, but if you guys want to have your input, it is going to be the first link that you find in the sources in the description down below. So make sure you're going to have your input with that one. It would definitely be appreciated, and your voice should always be heard. Nonetheless, though, there has been a lot of talk just recently on the Twitter coming from the CEO with regards to a lot of different things. It's actually a really, really interesting one, and one of which I don't really know how to look into, but we'll have to see exactly how this one goes, because this is going to be revolved around the balancing, and the CEO doesn't seem to be agreeing with his team's maneuvers, or at least that's how it looks, which is an extremely interesting feature considering he is the CEO. So we're going to take a look at the post at hand right now. Now, before we get into the next topic, we have a giveaway here on the channel where we're giving away a copy of Helldivers 2, and don't worry if you've already got the game, we're giving the money equivalent for super credits. So how do you get involved with that? It's actually really, really simple. You head down into the comment section and put a yellow heart and a black heart for the win for Helldivers alike. We need to show those colours and wave them proudly. A yellow heart and a black heart in the comment section will enter you in, and we'll announce the winners via the community page here on the channel and the Discord announcement page on the Discord via the link in the description. Make sure you jump on in there. There's 11,500 of you guys in there at the moment. It's been incredible seeing you guys flourish over there. Now, if somebody does comment on your post in the comment section and states that you've won via Telegram, yada, 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 please do ignore them. I will only announce the winner on the community page and the giveaway announcement page of the Discord. So ignore any comments from any fake accounts. I know you guys have been reaching out to me, and I've definitely seen them, although not being able to respond to them all. We are trying to get this one under control, and it's something I'm definitely looking into. That being said, let's carry on. Starting off, we had this tweet go over to Johan, the CEO, stating, Helldivers has just become unfun for me and a lot of my friends. I've put in insane hours at rank level 80, and I don't know what to say. These past months of balancing changes have made the game basically unplayable for me. Sad to see balance changes come over the priority of fun. Now, the CEO actually responded to this one, stating, hey, yeah, I think we've gone too far in some areas. We'll talk to the team about the approach to balance. It feels like every time someone finds something fun, the fun is removed. And that does genuinely seem to be the narrative that we've got at hand. The problem is he's now acknowledged that. So if there is no changes, it's kind of interesting to see how that one plays out. But somebody else put a post on there, and this is where you need to understand the people that we're working with when it comes with Arrowhead and the actual availability of what their features are and what their capabilities are. Somebody stated, how is it that the CEO can better understand of how players prefer balance than the literal balance guy? A new approach to balance is needed ASAP. I don't agree with this one overall. I think that the balance guy is obviously taking a look at digits and numbers, and they obviously all have their forte. But the CEO responded with, You know I've done most of the designs for Magicka, Helldivers, and Helldivers 2. My main expertise is in design, gameplay code, VFX and level design, and to a smaller extent 3D art. Running a business is what I'm least proficient at, and this is hilarious because Arrowhead are doing absolutely amazingly, and they are cooking big time. So the fact that that's the one thing he's least proficient at, you're absolutely smashing it, Johan. Absolutely smashing it. Everybody here can definitely agree with that one. But when we take a look at what it is that's going to be changing throughout this forefront, we've got to see obviously how it is that the balances are going to be taking an overall inside of it. Because as it stands right now, people are kind of taking points of the game and are getting bored with the vanilla playstyle of it based on the overall balancing of the game, the way that it's kind of materializing inside of formats, and they've managed to start finding ways to mod the game. We've got loads of different video clips, including Halo characters and Buzz Lightyear's in there. Thomas the Tank Engine was a charger in some clips that I've seen, and it's hilarious to see that they're actually enabling a way to utilize mods. It's just the way the modding community works. Whether you give them the format or not, they'll find a way to make it happen. And nonetheless, though, somebody put, gamers find a way. Even with no inherent modding support, they will find ways to modify the game to make it more fun for them. Truly, it is an ultimate objective of a game, to have fun. As long as it doesn't hurt anything about the game, like with XP or stats, it is harmless. Now, the CEO responded to this with, I agree. The problem comes if it starts impacting other players that want to experience the vanilla game or meta features such as the Galactic War. Now, this is a solid point when it comes to this. This is a huge point when it comes to this, mainly because of what the style is of this game. The game is obviously online. Is it PvP? No. But is everything that we do inside of this game taking an impact on how the storyline plays out in the major orders and how people earn things? Yes, it is. If people are going to be modding, that is, in my books, completely fine as long as you keep it to your own private server points. So as long as it's just you and your guys, you're not bringing anybody in via SOS beacon, you're not trying to matchmake, you're not bringing in randoms at any reason. For me, it's absolutely fine. I don't understand why it would be a problem as long as it didn't impact the way that the game is played in style of the stratagems or ammo consumption or grenades or anything like that, the XP, the currency collection or anything like that. If it's going to be solely cosmetic and Thomas the Tank Engine gets charged into Buzz Lightyear, be my guest, bro. Be my guest. It's hilarious. Just keep it out of the players that don't want to be experiencing that. That's my forefront, and I want to know what you guys are thinking via the comment section below. Now, taking a look at the balancing points again, though, somebody actually put into the Twitter points for the CEO stating, yeah, it's better than general. If a gun feels great to play, bits is unbalanced to ask, well, why is this gun so great and others are not? And how to bring the others to feel the same, then to bring the great one down. Now, I think obviously there's different ways of being able to tweak things. I don't think everything should be overpowered, but the CEO responded with a very valid consumption point, stating a bit too much balancing using damage as well instead of other measures such as recoil, reload speeds, accuracy, projectile speeds, and equipped speeds. Just tweaking damage numbers is a blunt tool. And this is a problem that a lot of development teams fall into, is that we generally just take a bit of a hit on the damage output and maybe they kind of lower the recoil a little bit, but other than that, the damage output is generally the forefront of what a nerf will consume into. This is where the biggest problems come in. Why? Because just knocking off a bit of damage doesn't make the weapon any better, any worse, and it doesn't really balance it out. It doesn't give it a sideward step. It just absolutely shambles it into the ground because people are not used to it working in that format. Damage output is probably your key feature. Utilizing other things to make the weapon a little bit crazier to use, such as the recoil, the accuracy, the speed of the projectile and stuff like that, makes a massive input. So I think the CEO's got a very solid point, and the fact that he goes through to the main development team and lets Mr. Alexander know exactly how this one's going to operate, I think will be a very, very good input. One great push for this is this post that we saw here that received nearly 4,000 upvotes just today. It states, how is this balanced? One deals more damage plus fire damage. The other has an additional shell in the chamber. Now, obviously, this one is a very, very difficult one to kind of comprehend comprehend, because I don't use the spray and pray. I may have used it once, but I do love my Breaker Incendiary, as you guys will know via the gameplay majority of the time. These guns are not a sideward step. They are not balanced. There is clearly one that stands in front of the other, although the Breaker Spray and Pray, I think, has had a little bit of a rough patch on a basis of people not understanding how it's operated. Yeah, it has 8 magazines instead of the 6, and it fires faster than the original Breaker Incendiary. So there is obviously some differences, but as far as the damage output and the way that this actually cooperates inside of a playstyle, doesn't coordinate whatsoever. But one person that doesn't agree with all of these conversations is actually getting a huge backing with over 14,000 upvotes on Reddit right now. This was an amazing read, and I'm going to read part of it for you, and then you guys can go and show some support to this Helldiver, because I think he actually has a very solid point. With the main statement stating, I'm gonna unsubscribe for a while. No one cares, and obviously, and it doesn't matter for anyone. This isn't a protest, but I bought the game mainly because of the good vibes in the subreddit with cool memes and cool in-world posts and stuff like that. But it seems to have taken over by people who, and I kid you not, do Excel sheets of weapon damage based on experiments in the field unironically. The community did a great thing when it made Sony take back its idiotic decisions, and it will probably do good things when it comes to the nerfs and buffs, but I just realized I don't care about that. People complain that they spent money, I have as well, for one Warbond, and that a gun is nerfed or bad right now or something or another. It is simply a fact of online discourse and discourse in general that the negativity feeds itself. Everything is wrong. The orbital rail cannon has too long of a cooldown. The precision strike is too weak. But I don't want to be in a meta discussion with a bunch of optimizers and Excel warriors that optimize and know what gun does what to who when, because they have a special Discord server where they record the stats for every mission and have an AI create their tier list of all of the primaries depending on what planet and humidity you fight. I want, and I realize I won't get for a while, posts written by poets and grunts, divers with PTSD reminiscing of the sudden fall of quality of rounds from certain guns leading to the deaths of their comrades. I want all my thoughts regarding this game to be in universe, because that is what was fun to begin with. And this is a solid point. This actually reads on a little bit further, and I'm going to let you guys go and show this guy some love, because I think that he actually hit this one on the head big time. We started off this game with an amazing roleplay aspect, everybody rallying together with hilarious memes and talks of the creek, and the way that we kind of optimized the way that we spoke about things really meant that we genuinely fought for democracy. The reason why we had such a big impact with the Sony debacle was solely because we actually have that community sort of camaraderie and all of that sort of stuff. We rally together really well as a community, we play really well, and we roleplay extremely well as a community. I've been in this game for a very, very long time now, and I've never come against a community as amazing and incredible and well-rounded, kind, and supportive as this community right here. I think we may need to find our roots again and stop worrying about the smaller details and just actually have some fun. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this post via the comment section below, but I think this one deserves all the love in the world, and if we can push that for tens of thousands or more upvotes, it has mine. That's all I'm saying. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, appreciate your faces, and I'll see you in the clouds.